at 4 Eastern. Check your local listings for the game in your area Sunday on Fox.
And I won't back down.
The NBA season tips off tonight with Kyrie Irving making his much-anticipated return to Cleveland when the Cavs host the Celtics. The Eastern Conference Finals rematch comes after a busy offseason for both teams. J.R. Smith was asked about the new-look Celtics yesterday.
I think they're the same. I wouldn't say the same team, obviously, because of different people in different jerseys. But I don't really pose as a big threat to us.
We're joined by FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Welcome back, Chris.
It's great to be back. Great to be back with you guys.
Gotta love JR.
Coming up.
Yeah, you heard Swish. Skip mad. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, they're grinding.
You don't agree? You've been killing the East. I've been watching you.
Chris,
you agree.
How big of a threat is Boston to Cleveland?
I could give a one-word answer, and we could move on to another question. But let me say a few things. One, I was very impressed. I know it's the preseason. I don't want to make too much of it, but I was impressed with Boston in the preseason. I figured it would take them a while. They'd have growing pains. Gordon Hayward's never played with a shoot-first point guard. Kyrie is back in the role of full-time point guard for the first time in 3 years. And you're relying on young guys, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. So I thought they'd have growing pains. But what I saw in the preseason was really good chemistry.
I said that earlier.
Oh, it gave me even more respect for Brad Stevens. The ball movement, the passing, the player movement, they're going to be tough. They may end up, depending on how Cleveland approaches the regular season, and I think LeBron may pace himself, which would be smart. And they got a lot of older guys.
For the first time.
Yeah, he should. You're right.
Is it a fact he played the most minutes in the whole NBA last year?
Yeah,
he did.
And
Why
then
would
after
he do that?
And then after that, average 30 in the playoffs and having a triple-double in the finals.
Wow.
After playing the most minutes.
Well, you lead me to the point. Okay, Boston might be the number 1 seed. Kyrie's my dark horse MVP candidate. But in the playoffs, they got no chance. Not this year. And here's why. One, Cleveland, I think, with Golden State, is the deepest team in the league. Two, with Jay Crowder and to a lesser extent Jeff Green, they get back that defensive mentality. Remember, I think I said probably a dozen times on here last year, they lost their identity, their finesse. They want to shoot the three all the time. Now they can defend. I think LeBron will be able to rest a little more on that end because Jay will guard Durant and Paul George and those guys. And then the biggest thing is who in Boston can guard LeBron? Last year with Crowder and Avery Bradley, they had no hope. He averaged 30 points and 7 assists in the Eastern Conference Finals. This year, Jaylen Brown's a really good defender.
He is.
But obviously he can't guard.
Say.
Can he guard LeBron?
He can
You think he's big enough?
Maybe. Well, somebody's got to
I just don't. I like Boston, but no.
I mean, the man averaged a triple-double against 7-foot Kevin Durant. He averaged 30 against Kawhi, the best two-way player in the game. He averaged almost 40 against Paul George, who's a way better defender than Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown got no chance, first of all. So the only difference between this year and last year they won 1 game. They'll win 2 to make it interesting. Because since LeBron has been back, he's only gone 6 games twice.
LeBron might have that mentality, though, that he wants to bury them.
Sweep them.
They might get a game.
I've been trying to tell this man.
Bury Kyrie's team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris, I've been trying to tell this
I
man.
want to hear the
I've been trying to tell this man. You know what? After Chris just said that, I don't even want to talk no more. Y'all want to hear you talk.
So the first threat that might be posed to the Cavaliers is by J.R. J.R. Smith, because he's already not happy with his new role. Is he going to stay unhappy the whole year? Because there's going to be some dissension brewing with him and Tristan having to come off the bench. But you've already suggested, or I guess predicted, that Tristan's going to be gone in a trade by midseason. So
we do this, Skip?
Yeah.
You don't really pose no threat, though.
Okay. So I'm saying the Cavs pose an internal threat, and then I got to ask my friend Chris about this. What just happened to Richard Jefferson? This was like the weirdest move. The player I feared the most coming off the bench was R.J. Been there, done that. Knew how to play. He came in on both ends of the floor, and he just made things happen in the biggest games. In the finals, he played at as high a level in his 15 minutes as anybody on the team did.
at his age, though, Skip, come
Okay.
on. You think
What-
he was going
what
to be
just
valuable
happened?
this year?
Yes.
They got so much depth.
Thank
which,
you.
Wow.
To me, that could be the challenge. This is a big challenge for Tyronn Lue. Because you have, I mean, what if Derrick Rose is playing really well and they're cruising when Isaiah Thomas gets back?
Is he going to
Find
get
him.
back?
Well, I think he'll be back. I mean, everything is January. You know, that's a question. But I think even without him, they've got too much for Boston. Because I think Derrick Rose is going to have a good year.
Okay.
I really do. But I just think, I mean,
They have too much for Cleveland. See, that's the
too much
point.
talent.
Yeah, like too
Well,
many-
yeah, they feel, I've been told by people there, they feel like they have a good problem. Like so much talent that, you know, you got to find the
Jeff
minutes
Green,
for
Jr.,
guys.
Iman Shumpert, D Wade. I mean, you got a lot of guys that really play like
Yep.
very similar positions. See, Skip, stop trying to.
But
I
you know,
thought-
Skip, you know that they thrive on controversy. No matter
every night.
Exactly. They love that. LeBron's going to create that
That's why
somehow
I really wanted
anyway.
to leave.
I'm convinced something just happened between RJ and LeBron James. Something just happened on road tripping on the podcast.
come on.
Something got said. There's no reason to ship him out this quickly. And you see, a lot of suitors jumped right up and started bidding
but
for
we
him, and
say
he finally wound up
million,
in
we say 13 million
Oh,
against
yeah,
the cap.
that's what you want.
But you know,
Save 13
everything RJ could do, they got and then some.
Jeff
And
Green.
Crowder and then
Really?
Jeff
Thank
Green.
you.
You don't think Crowder can shoot the three? He's a better defender.
Yes.
You don't think he's a better defender?
Richard Jefferson is really good at what he does.
You Skip, you're trying
He's
to
a
start.
pro.
You're
He's a pro.
you're trying to start
I'm
something.
not starting.
Yes,
It's
you are.
ended. It's over.
Yeah, oh, he goes. Okay, we not
GM LeBron shipped him
Oh,
out.
okay, whatever
He
happened.
shipped him out.
Okay.
He did.
Okay.
Something
No,
went
he
wrong.
did not.
RJ
He did
said
not.
something on road
No,
trip
no, he
that
didn't.
LeBron didn't like. You know it and I know it.
This
Something
is what I
happened.
want to ask you. You brought up DeMarcus Cousins, right? That Cleveland's getting him. You like Boogie. You like Boogie.
I love him. I loved
Okay.
him coming out of the draft. I said before that draft, he's going to be better than John Wall. And everybody said, oh, please. John Wall's the
So
greatest.
far, though, he hasn't been.
He has two.
Better than John Wall. John Wall is leading his team to the playoffs.
Oh, please. And then what?
Does
happened?
if John Wall had Anthony Davis, what would they do? They'd be right there with Boston.
I never loved John Wall. I still don't. He's made himself into a better point guard than I thought he could because he wasn't
Give
much
you
of a
10
point
assists
guard.
a game
I
every
know.
year.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
23 and 10 actually.
And
If
then what happened?
Cleveland gets Cousins,
Are
What?
you're on the bandwagon?
I was telling Shannon, I'm not sure I would do it. I love Boogie's talent. Is he the right
Is this a
fit
thing?
to
Is
beat
this
Golden
out there,
State?
or did he start this?
No. I mean, it's been bandied about by people, but it's nothing in the works. But
I might have started out there.
They could get him. Yeah. You give up that Boston pick and, you know, a good player, Tristan or whoever. I just want to know.
I don't know why would New Orleans do that?
Why not?
I
Why
don't
you
know
gonna
if
pay him
it'll work
100
with these two.
Why you gonna pay him 185 million to be the 10th seed in the West?
Well, who says they're going to?
You think they're making the playoffs?
Well, no, I loved him with Rondo, but he's I don't know how long he's out.
Drew is tough if he can stay healthy.
I mean, think about it. You got AD making 23 million. If you re-sign Boogie, he's gonna be making 35 million. You got True Holiday making 30 million. In that
Well, then
market,
how's Golden State doing it?
Golden State
They're
got
paying
well,
everybody.
they win. If
Yeah.
if they're playing well, if I'm New Orleans, I give it the first half of the season.
Yeah.
I try to play slow. Hopefully, Alvin Gentry will do that. Play slow to your bigs.
and play.
You don't
on
want to
this.
give Cleveland any.
Golden State,
I don't care.
Golden State owners worth about $3 billion, and they just got this arena, and they got a $20 million logo that's paid yearly. So they got a lot of things coming in. They in Silicon Valley. New Orleans is in New Orleans. There's a different dynamic going on. But don't you worry about that. You stop trying to create drama in Cleveland. Richard Jefferson is in Denver. So
is.
let that be.
He is. I don't know why, but he's out.
We don't
man.
need to talk about road trips.
So their season hinges on Richard Jefferson.
No, but he was I'm just telling you, every time I rooted
know they're
against
deeper.
Cleveland, the one guy I feared coming off the bench was that guy.
No,
They're deeper than.
the guy you
It's
fear
unbelievable
is
how deep they are.
23.
You think Jeff
from
Green
Akron.
can fill those shoes?
Yes.
I do.
I do.
As
Sorry.
a ninth man?
I do.
Please.
Jeff Green.
Yeah, I mean-
Shump.
Ninth man.
Swish.
He's good.
Coming off the bench, Skip.
How many rings does Jeff
So
Proud of
okay.
Rome.
So what's your answer? Boston.
to what?
How big of a threat are they?
Kyrie will win the game tonight. That's all I know for sure. 105-99 Kyrie.
Even with
He's going to
LeBron
play
playing.
angry. Yeah.
LeBron
well, is
won't?
LeBron going to play or not? If built in his excuse already, I got a bad ankle. I wouldn't have played the preseason game if it had been a regular.
Skip, you need to
well,
stop.
seriously, he's saying he's got a bad ankle. And what did JR say about
have
that?
a bad
He's
ankle.
playing.
The
What did
only,
JR say?
the
He's
only,
going to play.
the only way we learn anything from this game tonight is if LeBron plays and they dismantle Boston. That's it. Because otherwise, if Boston beats
what if
them,
Boston dismantles
ain't gonna
LeBron and he
happen.
plays?
we've seen that in the regular season.
Yeah.
Plus,
Doesn't
that's
mean
an
anything.
excuse. They're not
Since
working
he's been
together
back
yet.
in Cleveland,
You
only
still
two,
hate because he
only
left
twice.
the South Beach.
That's think about that, Skip. The Chicago been his first year there, and 2 years ago Toronto got 2 games off him. Other than that, 1 or 0.
Well, I'm going to tell LeBron right here, right now, your video tribute that you're paying to Kyrie will not work tonight. He's still going to play angry, and you're going to be in
So
trouble.
strategic.
LeBron gonna be dressed up
Thanks
like
for
Bill
joining
Arnold.
us.
They're trying to kill
Was
him.
the hit on
behind.
Aaron Rodgers illegal? We'll discuss that with Greg Jennings next.
LeBron gonna be dressed up like